So Rihanna performs at Super Bowl pregnant. Yeah, I'm good, bro. I gotta be honest with you. I'm a football fan and I'm a man. And I gotta tell you, for me, I don't give a shit about you being knocked up again. I really don't. If I did, I would watch The View or some shit where that's like appropriate. But it's the halftime of the Super Bowl. This wasn't stunning and brave and like impressive. She was waddling around knocked up. This is like if you've ever been to the local strip club and the stripper walks out and she's like 4 months along and you're like, yeah, I'm going to go home now. I feel you just ruined things for me. I didn't get it. I still don't get it. Yeah. And like I said, some people, it's like stunning and brave. I thought it was a pregnant chick trying to entertain people while waddling around a stage. I just thought it was so inappropriate. I was like, okay, you're knocked up. That's great. Because here's the thing with Rihanna, all right? Like I said, I'll take an unpopular position. I don't care. So here's the thing. Rihanna is not known for her, quote, incredible voice, okay? So this is actually my rationale for this. She's known for being a entertainer and performer, which means you've got an average voice, but you're really fun when you're dancing, like you're good at your dancing, and when combined between the dancing and the singing, you're a good act, right? But you took a woman with a completely average voice and then took away the dancing, so she just waddled around kind of shittily singing. Is shittily a word? like she doesn't have a great voice. Like if she had like Leah's voice, okay, fine, I guess. You know, like fine, now we can understand. You just sit there and belt out notes that we couldn't dream of reaching. But you're Rihanna. You kind of need to dance. So she didn't dance, and she just kind of shittily sung, and that was it. And it was like, I'm not impressed with this shittily singing voice. This is completely average. I don't know. I just didn't find it particularly special. I also didn't find it particularly terrible. I also wasn't aware of this until it was over, and I wish I had caught it earlier because, well, shit like this makes me laugh, and I would actually got a kick out of it. Rihanna grabs her crotch and smells her finger during Super Bowl halftime show. Stay classy. I don't have a problem with her checking her oil. You know what I mean? Because you never know. Like, if you're wondering if your oil's burning too hot, do I smell something? Is my oil? We got a little problem here? I don't mind you taking a little checky check. You know, like, I'm good with that. I'm good with that completely. I'm not even upset about it. Check your oil. You're fine. But I didn't see this. I don't know what this was. I'm not sure why she was doing it. And kind of weird, 4 months pregnant, checking your oil in front of the whole country. Just sort of like, might be running some unleaded or something. I don't know. It just seemed a little bit awkward. It just seemed a little bit awkward. And here's the thing. I'm also not, everyone's like grossed out. And I'm like sort of, yeah, it doesn't bother me. It didn't bother me. I don't know. Am I the only one that's still, I haven't gotten old enough, I think, to be freaked out, Like there's some of you that cheered like maniacs and thought it was the fucking most rock and roll thing ever when Ozzy Osbourne bit the head off of a fucking bat. And then you got old and you're like, ooh, she touched her vagina and pretended to smell her fingers. Like, I guess, dude, she's a fucking hip hop artist. Like half her songs are about getting blown out from the back. She didn't get knocked up twice inside of like 18 months by fucking being a saint. No, she's like, she gets it blown out from the back. Her fucking dude leaves it in. They're making babies and shit. She sings about it. She loves the dick. I don't know. Like, So for me, I'm like, okay, this is like on brand. Like Rihanna's kind of a whore. Whores check their oil in front of the whole country. It just, I don't know. I think some of you guys, like, you want them to come out and like do something much more like friendly, but it's like, I get it, but that's not what makes people provocative. Like there's an in between. And the fact that I didn't notice that, like I watched the whole thing. I didn't catch that, or I would have tweeted about it in the moment. I gotta be honest, I was pretty disappointed I didn't catch the oil check in the middle of the fucking, the father of her children is ASAP Rocky. And they seem to be nice people as far as the family goes. I don't know about anything else. I think she's kind of trashy, but I don't know. I don't give a fuck. I think like there's so much shit to be like morally outraged over. You got to like save some of that up. Like, 4-month pregnant chick, waddling around on a stage and then checking her oil in front of the whole country. It's not good. It's not good. I don't think it's probably not the right message, probably not the right message, but it's also not like the guy that, last weekend, traipsing around in Satan worship gear, Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I just try to save that inside of me. Like, I have other stuff on this show today that legitimately should disturb you. Some young fucking little whore checking her oil in front of you. Yeah. I mean, Janet Jackson showed her one of her fucking dirty, wrinkled titties to the fucking whole country like 20 years ago. That was 2003. That was like, it's been 20 years since you saw a titty at the Super Bowl. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like we haven't been here before. Like, she pulled out a titty. Like, so I don't know. We just gotta, you gotta be careful. Conservatives always fall into this trap, and then everybody makes fun of you because of it. It's like one of the reasons that you get dunked on and they call you boomers, because you can't control where on that spectrum of outrage you're at. So, like, a woman over the top, she didn't put the hand down the pants, okay? Over the top, pretends to check her cooter. Yeah, it's kind of gross, but they didn't zoom in on it. It wasn't like an accentuated portion of the show. You got to save your outrage. You got to like be like, okay, this versus that, titty falling out, no titty, Satan worship, chick checking to make sure shit's like, oh, God, yeah, it's a little punch. I don't know. Maybe I got to go, this fucking, maybe she was like, dude, this doesn't breathe. This thing doesn't breathe. Like, yeah, it's fucking not good. I don't know. I don't know what she was doing.